A lot of you guys don't know this, but I actually grew up in LA. I spent my first like 18 and a half years there. I only moved to New York like 3 months ago in like July, the end of July. It really hasn't been that long. Growing up in LA, like during the early 2000s to like late 2000, like that was the best time period to be there. Like when Kobe was like good, when the Lakers were popping. And I was never a Laker fan. I always wanted the underdog to win. I supported the Clippers like a lot, like when I was younger. I remember my dad would actually get season tickets for the Clippers because like his company hooked it up or whatever. So I would go to Clipper games all the time, but never really Laker games. My dad was actually a huge Kobe fan, and like growing up, like he would always let Laker games play. I wasn't like a huge Laker fan, but I would still watch anyway.
Gotta pick it up. Here's the double. Kobe, hard to believe.
Are you kidding me?
Unreal!
Are you kidding me?
How strong was that? A triple on a fall away in the corner with a shot clock down. Lakers by 3.
You have got to be joking.
But fast forward to 2016. It was coming down to the last few games of the season. April 13th, 2016 was the day that I'm talking about, that this whole video is about. I was actually up in San Francisco that morning. I was taking pictures. I actually went up to go take pictures of the sunrise with my friend Lisa. We went up to the Golden Gate Bridge and we took pictures, and the sunrise was cool. Hanging out with her was dope. I got a text from my mom and she was like, yo, like Kobe's last game ever is today.
Artest looking, gets it to Bryant. Bryant dribbling, has to put it up at the buzzer, banks it in! Oh, he banks in the 3!
My dad died when I was 16. The fact that like I'd stay up late like watching Laker games with him so many times, like, and I would always root for the other team, but Kobe would almost always like win, like he would carry the team, and I was like just watching that, like I didn't realize the impact it had on me until like that moment. So hearing that it would be his last game ever, I was just like, fuck, man, that's like the end of like my childhood basically.
And the loose ball, look who's got it! Double clutch reverse! 92-77.
So at that point, I kind of let my impulse take over. Picture a normal game. Normal game tickets maybe $40 for nosebleeds, sometimes even less, you know? This game, nosebleeds were $800. Like that was like the cheapest one. Like up in the 300s where you could barely, the players look like ants, you know, down there. Those were like the cheapest tickets you could have. And until that day, like I never really thought about how much memories are worth, like as opposed to like a material object.
Payton to inbound. Bryant for 3.
I was supposed to leave San Francisco that day, drive back down to LA, and take a class from like 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. It was a long class. Like I would even have to miss like watching the game on TV somewhere if I went to that class. So what I did was I went to my computer and I dropped that class. And then it didn't stop there. I dropped all my classes out of community college. And that sounds like fucking drastic, and it is drastic. Like it's a crazy move, and I was just like, what am I doing right now? But like I knew it was a good decision. And then I checked ticket prices. Ticket prices were fucking insane. Literally the cheapest tickets were $800, like I said, but I didn't want nosebleed. I was being a fucking stingy asshole, and I wanted at least the middle section, like the 200s. You could see the court a little better, actually a lot better compared to nosebleeds, and those cheapest ones for those were about $1,000. I decided, you know, I'm saving money, dropping all my classes, so I'm gonna get the money back and I'm gonna spend it on this ticket, this one basketball ticket. I knew it was like for my dad, for the memory. So at that point it was like 11 a.m. and the game was at 7:30. So I had a 5-hour drive from San Francisco back to LA. So I hopped in my car, I got gas, and then I went back to LA on the 5. While I'm driving, StubHub sends me an email while I'm driving, and they're like, yo, you have like your ticket purchase failed. And I'm like, wait, what? Like what do you mean it failed? So I called them and I'm like, yo, like I just got this email. What do you, like, why is my ticket not working? And then they're like, yeah, like it must have been like a fraudulent ticket. And then they said this, they're like, yo, we can upgrade you from 211 was where the ticket was that I bought. We can upgrade you. And then I'm like, yeah, where is it at? And then they're like, you can sit in 115. And I'm just like, what? And then I'm thinking like, oh my god, I get to see Kobe's last game like from a low level section, like right close to the court, and those tickets were worth $5,000 minimum, and I got that for like such a deal. It's not even a deal, okay? I spent so much money on that ticket, but still, like, fucking, I couldn't believe my ears.
Ball knocked away, stolen by Parker. Oh, there it is. Here comes George to Kobe Bryant. Bryant inside. It's good. It's good. Tie game. You can tip it. Bryant with the save.
Now you gotta get a shot here.
Final seconds. Bryant for the win. Bang!
Got back to LA. My friend texts me. She's like, yo, I heard you're going to the last game. I have a ticket to the last game because her dad apparently works for the Lakers. So she's going to the game too. So I drive down to Santa Monica, pick up my friend, and then we like are stuck in traffic on the freeway going to Staples Center. I didn't even go home. I didn't even stop at home. We got there, we parked, I got my ticket. I don't have the ticket with me. I don't remember the exact section number. That's why I was a little confused earlier. And then we got in, and the vibe was insane. Everybody was there just for Kobe. Nobody gave a shit about anybody else. I saw Jay-Z, The Weeknd, like Shaq, Rihanna, everybody was there. And I was so happy to be there. Like I felt like blessed.
We are here to celebrate greatness for 20 years. Excellence for 20 years.
Then he walked out and then the game started. There was a lot of time in between those two occurrences, but whatever. And the game was just like a normal game. Kobe got the ball a lot more because it was his last game. Like they wanted him to shoot as much as possible. So he started scoring a lot. These dudes that I was sitting next to, we made friends and we're like, dude, like Kobe's gonna go off. Like he's gonna get like 50 easily. So I started recording like certain parts of the game. Just random stuff like these free throws. They were in the middle of the game. I knew I'd eventually be making this video. We'll fast forward to the fourth quarter. They're down by 10 with 3 minutes left. And in my head, I'm like, the Lakers lost in Kobe's last game. Like, fuck. My friend texts me the same thing. They're like, well, I guess the Lakers lost, but Kobe went off. But then Kobe kept scoring. And then he scored again. And then I remember they were down by 1. And Kobe got the ball, and this was like the craziest moment. It was fucking insane. And then the Lakers had the lead. They were just down by 10, and just like that, they were winning. Probably one of the best days of my life. Actually, fuck it, it's the best day of my life. That day, the way it started from like me taking pictures of a sunrise to me watching Kobe like in person scoring 60. The reason that influenced me more than anything else was the fact that my dad would be proud that I went to that game. Those classes at my community college, you know, I'm not gonna remember any of that when I'm like dying, you know, like when I'm on my deathbed or whatever, wherever I am when I'm dying, I know I'm gonna remember this game and that day. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really have been wanting to tell this story for a long time. Never got to do it until right now, so hopefully you enjoyed it. Make sure to hit the thumbs up if you did, and subscribe for more videos like this. And yeah, later.
This would be 18 for 20 from the line and an 81-point game. 55 in the second half. Ladies and gentlemen, you have witnessed the second greatest scoring performance in NBA history.
So step 1 is to find a random girl with really cool hair walking down the street. Tell her to get in your Uber.
Hi.
We're chilling in an Uber.
Chilling. Uber everywhere. We should play